Abel Tesfaye has become a legacy in the stream of entertainment. Oh, my bad. Do you even know who I'm talking about? Well, that's exactly why you should all be watching this video to get to know more about The Weeknd. Yes, Abel Tesfaye is The Weeknd that we all know, and here are some personal deets that you may not be knowing about. The reason behind his stage name and every other information regarding his lifestyle. Hello and welcome back to yet another exciting episode of Celebrity Net Worth and Lifestyle. But right before we start, make sure to smash that subscribe button for your chance to win our monthly shout-out giveaway. Just comment down below, I subbed, and you'll be entered in the giveaway. Okay guys, without further ado, let's advance on to the topic. Early life. The Weeknd was born on February 16, 1990 in Toronto, Ontario, and was raised in Scarborough. He is the only child of Makonnen and Sarah Tesfaye, who were Ethiopian immigrants to Canada in the late 1980s. Abel was raised by his grandmother and mother after his parents split up. While living with his grandmother, Abel learned Amharic, which he also spoke with his mother, and attended Ethiopian Orthodox church services. The Weeknd describes his teenage years as the film Kids Without the AIDS, and states that he began smoking marijuana at age 11, and later moved on to harder drugs. Abel attended West Hill Collegiate Institute and Birchmount Park Collegiate Institute in Scarborough, from which he did not graduate, leaving altogether in 2007, after which he also left home. He then moved to the Parkdale neighborhood of Toronto. The Weeknd has credited his stage name as being inspired by his high school dropout status, claiming after he left one weekend and never came home. Though producer Jeremy Rose claims the name was his idea. The spelling was modified in order to avoid trademark problems with the Canadian band The Weeknd. Career. Never shy about displaying his vocal talents, The Weeknd started recording his efforts while in high school. After dropping out, he continued exploring his interest in music and released a free download called House of Balloons in 2011. This, along with 2 more mixtapes, helped push his career forward. He worked with Drake on his 2011 album Take Care, which featured several tracks from House of Balloons, and landed a deal with Universal's Republic Records. The Weeknd's earlier mixtapes were released as 2012's Trilogy, which became a platinum-selling record for the young artist. He appeared on Wiz Khalifa's Remember You in 2012 and worked with Rick Ross on his 2014 album Mastermind. That same year, The Weeknd helped producer Max Martin with Ariana Grande's hit Love Me Harder, and also scored success with Earned It, the first single released from the 50 Shades of Grey soundtrack. In 2015, The Weeknd continued his rise to the top with the #1 album Beauty Behind the Madness. His disco-pop-infused single Can't Feel My Face helped The Weeknd rack up an impressive 7 nominations for the 2016 Grammy Awards, winning for Best R&B Performance for Earned It and Best Urban Contemporary Album. He also earned an Oscar nomination for Best Original Song, also for Earned It. In late November 2016, The Weeknd released his 3rd album, Starboy. He then took home the Best Urban Contemporary Album Grammy for Starboy in early 2018. Then, success after success kept coming to adorn him to reach him to this level that he's at today. The Weeknd returned to the spotlight in 2019 by making his feature film debut in the Adam Sandler flick Uncut Gems. Later that year, he was back to making headlines with his music, dropping the singles Heartless, which became his 4th track to the top Billboard Hot 100, and Blinding Lights, ahead of the March 2020 release of the album After Hours. Net worth. The Canadian recording artist and record producer has a net worth of $100 million. After breaking into the music industry through YouTube, The Weeknd has truly made a name for himself as being one of the most recognized faces on the hip-hop, rap, R&B genre, and his unique musical style sets him apart. This successful artist has sold 70 million records in the US alone, and he has won many awards, including multiple Grammys as I mentioned earlier. Outside of music, The Weeknd has also been involved in various entrepreneurial pursuits. This includes collaborations with various brands and the creation of his own personal brand called EXO. Today, The Weeknd is one of the highest paid entertainers in the world. In 2017 alone, he had a monster earning year, bringing in $90 million before taxes. Car collection. In his hit single Starboy, The Weeknd says, "We don't pray for love, we just pray for cars." When you look at the singer's garage, it's obvious what he meant, because The Weeknd definitely appreciates exotic vehicles. He has a whopping collection consisting of Porsche 911, McLaren P1, Lamborghini Aventador SVJ, Bentley Mulsanne, Mercedes-AMG G63. Home of The Weeknd. It's no secret The Weeknd is a fan of the hills. First hit was his hit song, literally named after the area, and now it's the $19.995 million estate he purchased in the Los Angeles enclave of Hidden Hills. His new pad is more than 12,000 square feet, with an impressive 9 bedrooms and 11 bathrooms. The property was practically designed for throwing extravagant parties, with an entire entertainment pavilion including bonfire pits, covered patio areas, and a giant 8-stall horse barn. Situated on 3 acres of land, guests are welcomed by a beautiful olive tree-lined driveway. Behind the mansion's massive glass and steel doors, they'll find a 25-foot tall entryway that leads to a gourmet kitchen, giant living area, and an adjoining outdoor living room. There is a music lounge, gym, movie theater, wine cellar, and 7 en-suite bedrooms. The master suite has 2 walk-in closets, a steam shower, and a gorgeous stone bath. What could possibly make this home any more over the top? Well, the home of the Weeknd is so basking in luxury that we won't finish it if we start on it. Yeah, it's that insanely impressive. Relationship status. The Weeknd is not currently linked to anyone, despite rumors that he was dating Rosalia. Speculation began after the pair starred in a steamy music video for his Blinding Lights remix last December. But since proximity does not make a relationship, those rumors quickly died down. Of course, the Weeknd's longest public relationship to date was with Bella Hadid, whom he met in 2015. Us Weekly confirmed the couple's romance in May 2015, reporting that they had gone on double dates with her sister, Gigi, and then boyfriend, Cody Simpson. That same year, Hadid even made a cameo in the Weeknd's music video for In the Night. Their high-profile romance would later endure a series of splits and reconciliations. After a brief break over the holidays in 2015, Hadid and the Weeknd got back together. But by November 2016, the pair separated once again. To make matters even more complicated, he was scheduled to perform on the same Victoria's Secret stage as Hadid mere weeks later. However, Hadid took it all in stride. However, that goodwill eventually ruptured when the Weeknd began dating Selena Gomez at the start of 2017. They called it quits in October after 10 months of dating. More than 6 months later, the Weeknd and Hadid were exclusively dating once more. No surprise considering their on-again, off-again habit. They split again in August 2019, where it's reported the celebs were in different places right now, physically and mentally. So with that being his latest public hit on a girl, we can't be sure of another super latest fling. Maybe he's just keeping it all private. We never know, but you're under our watch, Starboy. Philanthropy. The Weeknd isn't singularly insistent on matters of love outside his verses. The mysterious and irresistible songwriter has spent the past few years expanding his philanthropic pursuits and pursuing his clout to back political issues. The 30-year-old artist's actions often speak just as loud as his words. Over the course of 2020, The Weeknd donated at least $2.15 million to various causes. He sent $300,000 to global aid in Lebanon to help survivors rebuild in the aftermath of the devastating explosions last summer. He also donated huge sums to the racial justice groups Black Lives Matter, National Bailout, and Know Your Rights Camp Legal Defense Fund. He split $1 million between the MusiCares COVID-19 Relief Fund and frontline health workers at Scarborough Health Network. The Weeknd also staged a TikTok fundraiser for the Equal Justice Initiative that raised $350,000. As any advocate knows, the work of social justice is never-ending. That's why his track record of philanthropy goes back several years. In 2018, The Weeknd was a headliner at the 2018 Global Citizen Festival in New York to raise awareness for these and other causes. In 2016, he donated $250,000 to the Black Lives Matter movement not long after he released the statement, "Enough is enough. It's time to stand up for this. We can either sit and watch or do something about it. The time is now. #Black Lives Matter." His service of philanthropy is as legit as his service to the entertainment industry, and he's still doing impressively on both the horizons. He truly is a starboy. Guys, with all these deets revealed, we are at the end of our video. What do you think? Has he again flung back to Bella Hadid, or is he hooking up with someone else? Do let us know what you think down in the comment box. Well then, until next time, cheerio enthusiasts!